Streets Chartered Accountants is a top 40 UK accountancy practice. We look after clients in London, the South East and across central England. Our core client base are owner-managed businesses, corporate businesses and high net worth individuals. Our international activities include looking after UK companies trading overseas, as well as overseas countries investing in the UK and trading with the UK. On Thursday the 23rd of June, the UK electorate voted to stay in or leave the EU, the European Union. The vote went to leave, with 52% voting to leave and 48% to remain. The term Brexit was labelled as those leading the campaign to leave the EU and now has become a popular term for the country leaving the European Union. The vote to leave led to some instability in the UK economy and some downturn in confidence. In particular, we've seen a downturn in house prices and the number of houses being sold, a deferral of some commercial decisions and corporate decisions, not least amongst some of our big corporate enterprises in the UK, as well as from overseas businesses looking to develop or invest in the country. It created some market volatility with a decline in share prices, as well as a weakening of the pound. The weakening of the pound has obviously meant that those UK companies importing have been affected by higher prices, but those exporting have greater market opportunity to supply overseas. We've seen some decline in consumer confidence, mainly on uncertainty, as people don't know what the landscape will look at going forward. And we've also seen some uncertainty over EU-funded contracts. The UK has been a beneficiary of funding from the European Union, and this has been significant, and a number of ventures have been affected by the decision to leave the European Union. Some organisations have cut back on recruitment plans, not least in the professional services market, with again uncertainty over the labour market going forward. So overall, what we've seen is possibly instability in the UK economy. To some extent, this has been addressed by the appointment of a new Prime Minister and the election of a Prime Minister, which has actually taken less time than first foresaw, on the basis that the appointment of the Prime Minister was going to be sometime in September, but we've only recently just heard the appointment of Theresa May as the UK Prime Minister. To some extent, the shockwave or lack of confidence will really be dependent on the UK government's attitude and approach to dealing with Brexit. The first indication of that will be when we trigger Article 50, which is part of the Lisbon Treaty, which outlines the voluntary withdrawal of the UK from the European Union. It is anticipated at this stage that it's likely to occur sometime in the early part of 2017, with the following 2 years being taken to actually unravel and decouple the UK from the European Union. Needless to say, the UK economy as a whole is probably in a very good state, and certainly compared to 2008 when we had the financial crash and the global downturn, our banks are in a better place, our organisations and businesses are financially much more stable, and I think we're in a better place to weather the storm of uncertainty over the forthcoming months. Whilst there is uncertainty over the labour market, the UK has a workforce and skills shortage, and this will remain an attractive proposition for those people looking to come and work in this country, though we wait to see what immigration and work controls and labour market controls may be put in place. We still offer a very attractive proposition to overseas investment, whether it is people looking just to invest in the UK or establish a trading base or a business base as a foothold into the rest of Europe and the world as a whole. I think the other thing that we're optimistic about is actually our trading relationships with the rest of the globe. Whilst the UK predominantly has traded with the European Union, it's been a major part of its a global marketplace. The opportunities now and interest with trading with other world countries, I think has become heightened, and there are plans afoot to look at trade negotiations with other countries across the globe. Overall though, the UK remains an attractive proposition, not least being the 5th largest economy in the world, and also a great place to come and locate a business or invest in, whether you're looking to invest in investment decisions or trading activities. We are open for business, and we welcome to hear from businesses looking to come to the UK.